Hey guys, I just want to apologize for this next video here. I was kind of in a hurry. I wasn't expecting to see this sheriff's deputy over there, and I forgot to clean the lens off. So it's going to be a little bit blurry, but I'm just going to let you guys know that one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because I do plan on suing these people, and I do plan on getting this thing, this panhandling ordinance thing, kind of try to get it stricken from the ordinances here in Pasco County, because I think it's just kind of cruel and mean to do that to people. And so basically the videos that I'm doing right now are I'm just trying to prove that no matter who you go to, no matter which officers you go to, everybody knows that it's a panhandling ordinance. Because one of the things that the Pasco County government has done is they've decided that they want to try to circumvent the Constitution, because they know that panhandling is a constitutional right, but they don't want to have to see it out there. All right, they don't want to have to. They don't want their rich constituents out here to have to be subjected to poor people, asking for money, being in a tough spot. They don't like that. And plus, anybody that's rich that comes into the town, that's potential developer or prospect to live here or something like that, they don't want to see a town. They don't want to do this stuff in a town where there's a bunch of beggars, where it looks like there might be some kind of a problem with homeless, because that's just not an aesthetic that that our commissioners want to express to others. You know what I mean? Because it kind of like magnifies a problem with the county or the cities or something like that. They don't want that to happen. So what they have to do, they want it completely done. They want it out completely. And so what they've been thinking they can do is just kind of like legislate it out by just kind of like using semantics, just trying to reword things to try to make it not sound so unconstitutional or whatever, and the problem with that is that these lawyers don't know anything about the Constitution, so they don't know what actually makes something a constitutional right. They don't understand what makes an ordinance constitutionally or unconstitutional. They don't understand any of that, so they're trying to do their best with the limited knowledge that they have, and it's not working, because they've kind of cornered themselves into a thing where now they're trying to believe that that they can do away with all this stuff by merely contending that they're trying to fix a safety issue. All right, which is a safety issue. If it's always been here, if it's always been a problem, why didn't they make laws against that safety issue beforehand, before all of a sudden they couldn't make panhandling laws anymore? You know what I mean? What it is they found themselves in a tight spot, because now they're finding out that even the safety issue thing is not really enough to ban panhandling on a wholesale level, like just completely take them off. And so a lot of the courts are finding, or at least telling them that hey, you've got regular laws from the state that can help you with any safety issues or anything like that. They've already thought of this stuff. And the problem is now the counties and stuff like that, they're going, that's not what we wanted. We don't really want to deal with the safety. That's not what we want. We don't want to just pinpoint little safety things here and there, because it's not like we really care about these people. We don't want them to be there. We don't want it to. But so now it's like they've kind of cornered themselves a little bit, because what would be the next thing if they realize that they can't use safety issues? Are they going to try to come up with something else? To ban it wholesale? I don't know. But the thing is that so many of these county attorneys and city attorneys, they offer these ideas that have already been knocked down in the courts, and none of them even look it up to see if anybody else has even, tried to implement that same type of a system, and whether or not it was, shot down or not. Because these things have already been shot down. U.S. Supreme Court's already shown that they don't care about somebody's little pretend safety issues. And so the courts have also showed, the U.S. Supreme Courts have also shown that that it counts if these commissioners or counties or whatever, if they have bad intentions for what they call a content neutral law, something that maybe it doesn't speak of the right that they're trying to restrict, because they use different wordages, but the intent is to ban it. You know what I mean? And so, like they're trying to circumvent or work around, the Constitution. Sorry guys, this train's coming and it's gonna make a noise. What a great time to do this. So, hold on, I'll start over in just a second. All right, train's passed. But so basically, just what I'm trying to do is be able to prove in court that the intention is still to ban panhandling outright, and and what better way than to have the officers actually call it a panhandling ordinance whenever it's, because they changed the ordinance name to dangerous usages of public rights of way because in the stupid wisdom of their county attorneys, their county attorneys were thinking, okay, maybe if we just don't mention the word panhandling or begging in this thing, maybe we call it something different, then then it can be whatever. It can be a constitutional ordinance. Maybe they'll accept it then. And that's basically the way that they're looking at it. But anyways, next video is going to be pretty blurry, and of course it's going to be not where the phone is sitting to its side. It's going to be up and down. So sorry about that, guys. I'll try to get it to where it's better. But sometimes whenever I'm out and I see one of these guys or something like that, I have to work fast to to get to them and try to accomplish something. So here you go. Let me explain to you the video. It's I'm trying to get this officer to to admit that he would do something to me if I walked out and started panhandling on that median. And the problem is, I think that he knows that there's something wrong with it, So he doesn't want to commit himself, and you can tell he does everything he can to try to keep from committing himself to it. And the thing is, I want to do all this before I actually go out and get the standing as far as like the getting trespassed or a $500 fine or whatever it is. I want to get all this business done first, and that way, you know, I don't know, that's just the way I'm thinking right now. But anyways, if any of you guys got any comments or any like suggestions on like what other kind of evidence I should be getting from these officers or whoever else, you know, I'm I'm all ears, man. I'm trying to figure out everything I can to be able to walk into this thing and just get it zipped out. You know what I mean? Just something, I want to walk in with a case that the county looks at and goes, oh my God, there's nothing we can do against that. We have no fight against that at all. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I don't want to go in there just willy-nilly hoping that I'll win with something with, you know, with nothing or whatever. I want to be able to walk in there and slam it out, you know? And I think that's the way, because this isn't going to be the last time that I'm going to be challenging. Pasco County's got another ordinance I want to challenge. There's other counties and cities out there that still have things on the books that need to be challenged. And it looks like for some reason my interest has developed in that direction. And so, and plus I'm broke. I'm poor anyway, so I really need to be panhandling for real anyways, you know, because I'm about in a position where I won't be able to pay my bills soon as it is. But anyways, any suggestions or anything like that, feel free to please throw them in there. And here you go. Here's the video. Doing good. I was thinking it was a different sheriff, a different deputy. What are you looking for? I don't remember his name, but I was going to ask him because I asked him the other day about the panhandling ordinance. You know, like in the median.
It's changed. We have to see him do it. We can't. We used to be able to put their signs. Now it's become a little more difficult, and we can't call it panhandling anymore. Oh. We have to call it something else. Why?
Well, cause I just wondered, because I was thinking, you know, that's pretty unconstitutional, you know?
In terms of what?
Like they just kind of chopped it down to like certain parts of the act, you know, and then banned those two little parts. You know what I mean?
Well, technically, if you're in a middle of a street, this county road you're interfering with traffic.
But the only thing is that there's like case law.
Are you handling?
I actually do want to. That's the thing. Because I've been out of a job for about 3 years now, and I'm down to a point where why
can't you work?
Because I have severe ADHD. And so it causes problems with my memories and stuff like that, you know, and I'll get focused on something else and I'll mess up on things. But the thing is, there's like case law where literally, like Oklahoma City,
the state can run their roads. You can't be the same as in.
Oh, I know, but listen. What I'm telling you is that the U.S. Supreme Court got involved with it, because what happened is the district court said it was unconstitutional. It was a median ban, same thing. They were trying to push the safety thing, right. The safety issue, and then the plaintiffs took it, or then the city took it to a appeals court, because the district court said it was unconstitutional. Went to the appeals court. They said it was unconstitutional. Oklahoma City went ahead and did what they call submitted a writ of certiorari to the Supreme Court.
I don't know what it's been ruled on, but
I know, but listen. The thing is that the Supreme Court came back and said that they weren't even going to listen to it because the appellate court had already ruled on it under what they call Reed versus Town of Gilbert, which is like the authority case law right now. And then there was Thayer versus Worcester or whatever, I think it was, that had the city had the same exact thing, and the city actually won in district court. So the Thayer took it to appellate court, and the city won again. So Thayer did a writ of certiorari to the U.S. Supreme Court. The U.S. Supreme Court vacated the appeals court and said, rule on it under Reed versus Town of Gilbert. And as soon as they did that, it changed and the plaintiff won. And so that tells you that whenever you get to the end of the fight, you can fight it all the way up through the courts, but when you get to the end of the fight, the U.S. Supreme Court's going to knock you back down. See what I'm saying?
For the plaintiff or the...
For the plaintiff.
Well, hence you can't do it.
No, so what I'm saying is that it's supposed to be legal to do it. It's a constitutional right. The U.S. Supreme Court said it's a constitutional right to panhandle.
I don't think they'll do it. I'm sure there's stipulations of where you can do it, but I would check on the median. That's up to you if you want to do it, and then you get cited.
So then if I walked out there right now and I started panhandling on that median, what would you do?
Well, that's Dade City, so...
That's county.
No, it's
That-
Dade City.
yeah.
Dade City has jurisdiction.
That median right there
They
is
go all the way up to the Circle K.
in the ordinance 82-1. It states that it's those roads all the way even through municipalities.
Dade City jurisdiction.
So you guys
Pasco.
don't have any jurisdiction. I could go out there right now and you won't do a thing. Is that what you're telling me?
They do it at Walmart all the time. That's not
It's
panhandling
private.
when
That's
it's
private.
at Walmart,
That's
right?
private property. Though. They're on private property, and they're not. In the
But see, the
median
thing
in
is
street.
they're not allowed to really tell us that we can't ask for help, and they're not allowed to tell us that we can't give help to people. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to say we're not going to allow you to ask
But
for
it
help.
was the safety concern and the stopping of the traffic.
And it's really not a safety concern because if you're standing out there,
then go out there and do it, sir. Go out there and do it.
well, I'm scared because I don't want to get
Go out and do
in
it.
trouble for it.
Well, you're sure of the law. Go out and do
No,
it.
I mean I know, but the thing is that what I'm saying is that I don't want to get in trouble for it.
You'll
I just
caveat
find it
emptor.
crazy when there's
Well, if I go out there, are you going to do it?
That's unsafe.
This is Dade City's. This right here, even this plaza is Dade City territory.
So what about if I went
If an
down?
accident occurs out there, it's Dade City.
What if I go out of Dade City and do it?
And then you're in Pasco territory.
And then what?
If you're on a major highway and you're stopping traffic,
301 right over there.
someone might stop.
If I go over there right now and do it,
Someone may.
will
may or may not.
you do it?
May or may not. I don't know. I don't usually mess with the panhandlers, but if they're out there in a danger and they're stopping traffic and collecting money,
What if the traffic's already stopped and they just hand them $1?
Why do you think they have to get permits for it when they do?
They're
that?
not allowed to give permits for that stuff.
When they go out the fire station and the boot people,
And they're not allowed to. They're not supposed to.
They're wearing a
There's
badge and
the thing is that there is literally
they've
case
already
law.
cleared. Okay, then sir, go do it.
I know, but what I'm doing is I'm trying to find out what will you do
Why
as
are
a
you worried
sheriff?
about what am I doing?
Because you're the one that enforces it.
I enforce it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I choose to have discretion of what I want to choose to enforce and not. Just like when I give a ticket, I have discretion.
So then you're one of the cool ones, and you don't mess with the guys that are trying to.
Well, it
Survive.
all depends. If you get citizens' complaints, they're going
Right.
to do something about it. If you're on private property, that's up to the responsibility of the private property, and they do kick them out of there. And there's ones that are by the door, so because they don't want them bothering customers as they come in.
All right.
So
Well, I was just wondering because it kind of makes me mad that the city is, because even like right now, Fort Lauderdale, I mean all of these. I don't know if you go online and you type in panhandling ordinance unconstitutional, you'll find out that all across the country since town of Gilbert,
then
all
you
of them
ran
have come
into
up
the
that
problem
way.
with the squeegee boys.
Who's that?
You don't know what the squeegee boys are?
No.
Squeegee boys were getting violent. They were out there washing.
Oh well,
your
that's
window.
illegal to do.
Well,
Yeah,
but
but that's
they were demanding money, and you wouldn't pay them. They would do something violent. A few people have gotten killed.
yeah, but you can't just stop everything because a couple of bad apples. You know what I mean? That'd be like saying we're not going to do sheriffs anymore because there's some bad sheriffs involved. You know what I mean?
All it takes is one person to get hit. All it takes is a couple of complaints.
But that doesn't raise it
which
up.
we get.
That doesn't raise it up to what they call a compelling government interest, though.
Well, if you think,
Because
you
look
have-
at,
sir, if you think you have legal standing, do it. If you think you have legal standing, do it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I don't have any money to sue anybody, but I just want to know what's going to happen to me if I do it.
Go into a parking lot. Go into somewhere private property. Don't
Well,
go in the middle of
I
traffic.
talked to this guy over here that was a panhandler, and he said he got
Booted out of here.
trespassed from Walmart for
And they'll
standing
do
over
that.
by that tree.
And they will do that. They have every right to do that.
Well, I know that, but the city doesn't have every right to
We
do
have the
that.
right to trespass you from.
But
a
not
park.
for doing
If you're in the middle of the traffic, we have a right
constitutionally
to trespass
protected activity. You can't do that.
you. But if you're in a median, which is traffic,
But then you can get a lawsuit too.
sir, do it. Do it.
All right, sorry.
I don't
All
know what
right.
to tell you.
This is Stephanie
All
Rose.
right.
Do you know what happens
All right.
then?
Good
All right.
luck with
You
it.
guys
Well, if I tell you right now that I'm going to go do it right now, what would you do?
This one was leaking, this one's leaking
Sure.
too. It said-
Nothing?
it leaked all out
You
of
do it
the
out there,
house.
that's state city territory.
What if I go down the road?
If you go down the road, well, I don't know. Someone complains on you, would have
If
to
I
see.
go down there at the corner of
She
We'd
said
have to
as soon
see.
as you
98 and 301 right over
We'd
here.
have to see. There's complaints, and people do fly by and complain.
So there has to be a complaint?
Yeah, after 2 we told her.
Or,
It's a
or-
scofflaw, sir. It's a scofflaw. It's an ordinance. So
So I don't really know what-
don't worry your head over
like,
it.
on
Yeah, but I don't like getting in trouble for things. And and I don't really know who else to discuss this with. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing some.
You've already got your answers. It's not a discuss. You already feel compelled that you have legal standing to do it.
Not slats, I told her it'd be
So,
the metal thing.
all right.
The metal thing.
All right.
Good luck
Appreciate
with
it. Have a good day.
All right.